Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It may contain adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings.
On tonight's episode of Daniel's Dread Tales Low Places, the crew battles for their lives against a tragic foe. Terror, sights not suitable for children, and the sweet holy mother of all mirror matches ensue. All that and more, because you never know what you'll find when you start looking in low places. Please enjoy the show, titled Roland V Roland. I'm Nathan, and I'll be your game master for the evening.
I'm Damien, he, they. Some people know me as Magical Hack. I am playing Onyx Blackblade, the Spellslinger. They, them.
My name is Daniel, he, him, and I am playing Roland, the time-displaced exile. Also, he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Russell, they, them, and I'll be playing Gale, also they, them, the pararomantic.
Hello, my name is Theodore Monk. I'll be playing Isabelle Dukakis, the Searcher. My pronouns are he, him, and her pronouns are she, her.
I'm Isaiah. I use any and all pronouns, and I play as Mr. Miller, the Divine, who uses he and it pronouns.
As we last left things, you are confronted by an undead skeletal figure wrapped in armor, shining with light as well as cloaked in darkness, who points at Roland and says, "Red."
Gotta crack open a cold one about this.
That Onyx is dead?
I probably don't drop my sword, but sort of let it, I drop my arms, sort of holding them to my side, and don't really know what to say.
That's a fair reaction.
Izzy is very subtly preparing the grenade launcher.
Point of order. Can you actually subtly prepare a grenade launcher?
It's really.
Relatively speaking, she's just very slowly just putting the backpack on the ground, trying to quote-unquote stealthily open up a zipper. Which is to say, exactly the volume a zipper normally operates at, but just much more slowly.
While we're on the subject of you, Izzy, because this figure has now revealed itself, I'm willing to trigger your move again, mostly because I'm not happy with the information I gave you last time, and I need some way to exposit about this thing.
Alrighty. You're saying things I've seen, or one of the other ones?
The one that triggers the first time you see a supernatural thing. So, excellent. I believe that's the things you've seen.
Yes.
Now this is starting to look familiar to a Wikipedia deep dive you've done. Lately, in Chicago, there have been rumors of a new urban legend. Nobody really has gotten a good look at it, but people recall vague flashes of something in a suit of armor that has been going around doing vigilante executions. Tentatively, this mysterious figure was called the Penumbra Knight.
I think I have that. But anyway, I got you. So the Penumbra Knight, going around Chicago, vigilante executions. So is that... I think that may be both the useful fact and the one danger we need to watch out for.
Well, it is... Yeah, the Knight is very definitely looking Roland up and down, slowly but surely, before it stops and focuses on your sword, of which its own sword is a crudely made facsimile of. And it looks at the sword and then it looks back to you and points at you again and says, before charging at you with its blade in a way faster than it should be, considering how dead it looks.
I would like to use magic.
Why am I not surprised?
For once, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
I would like to trap this motherfucker in the space that it's in before it gets to Roland Manfred.
All right.
I forgot last time we established that Roland has a Twitter following.
Yeah.
That even
Does,
stayed in the
doesn't
episode.
Yeah.
Just looking
How
at our
about
notes.
that?
So that's an 8. So it is successful. However, I have a glitch. I'm going to let you have some fun with this one and say it has a problematic side effect.
Of course it does.
Oh. Momentarily, as spectral binds emerge from the ether, binding the knight, who I will interchangeably refer to as the knight, the Penumbra Knight, and Roland from history. And briefly, he struggles against the bonds before creaking and turning his head to you and saying, "Heretic."
Oh, well.
Well, he's got your number.
I've been called worse. Recently, I've been called worse.
It then turns to Gale and says the same, and then turns to Mr. Miller and says, "Liar."
He's got things for everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Looks at Izzy and she's like, I'm not a heretic. Listen, I don't really go to church now, but my family is Greek Orthodox.
Turns to Izzy and briefly looks you over and says, "Innocent."
Oh.
Quick, get her!
Use her as a shield. You won't kill us if she's in front.
Oh. Sometimes I forget why I love doing this.
I feel like that's going to be another sin to tally up for us if we do that.
How are you here? You're dead. Any response?
The creature goes, "Curse, light, shadow, faith, death, birth."
Okay. This is a curse. This is a curse. Okay. This is fine then. I know how to deal with curses. Swords.
Are there more like you?
that is a very good question.
Alone.
I am going to try to hit him with my sword.
He seems amicable at the moment. Like,
No.
he's talking to us.
No, he's a zombo. When you're dead, you're supposed to stay dead. Okay, you're not supposed to come back as like weird unlife things.
With one notable exception.
I mean, he has a point. There should be no exception.
There should be no exceptions.
I also like to point out, I don't think we're having this conversation while our Roland is swinging at other Roland. I think our Roland is just swinging.
Yes.
I would like to interrupt.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
How about this? How are you trying to interrupt, Miller?
Put my hand on his shoulder as he's on the upswing to sort of signal to him that I think he shouldn't. But if he continues afterwards, I will pull on his shoulder.
Hey, can you give me a protect someone roll?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And because this is a protect someone, I would also like you to roll a kick some ass, Daniel.
Okay.
Okay. Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 3.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay, well,
Wait.
Plus my tough, so I got a 6. So no.
and that's still
Still.
one below the...
Still absolutely fucked.
You get
Mhm.
XP.
You do
know
get
what?
XP.
I do get XP, which I am getting very close to get another level.
And because there was no real harm to do,
Oh, there was harm to do. Oh no, because I failed. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
no harm.
I'm going to say that, Miller, you do not take any real damage. Rather, as Roland reflexively lashes out at you, you manage to duck under the blade with angelic skill.
Now, when you say Roland, which one do you mean?
our Roland, I'm
Okay.
assuming.
All right, from now on, Daniel is playing as Roland, and the monster is the Knight or the Penumbra Knight.
Okay.
Okay.
To be fair, I'm not actually Roland. You recall.
Don't talk like that, Roland.
Listen, our Roland, remember when I told you about a dead name? Manfred is like kind of your dead name now, so we're...
Okay.
I can't believe we're using this as a decent excuse to explain trans rights to Roland.
Okay, because I think you're not supposed to dead name people, or else some people like to dead name people on Twitter. So I don't.
Twitter is
ignore
not
those
what
people,
not to do.
Roland. Roland, those are people you don't want to be like. Those are heretics, Roland.
Okay.
And
Because from what I understand, they want to return to an earlier era.
They are false prophets, Roland. Don't you worry.
They want to go
Yes,
as far back
they're
as
So
possible.
dedicated.
girl.
They are strangely dedicated to misspelling the word return.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I thought I was confused at first, but
as the attack is stopped, and I assume you guys had that brief conversation, Onyx, you notice that as he's held in place, the knight appears to be absorbing the energy from the magical bindings, and they're starting to disappear.
We need to figure out what we're doing fast. And
I know
I'm
what we
saying
can
this-
do. Let me go.
So I go to Roland and I say, if this is the man whose name you took, I want you to remember that my realm is empty. It is not a place that he will go to if he dies at this time. Would you condemn him to somewhere else?
I'll do it.
I'm pretty sure that place is probably empty too, pulling out my sword. And after Miller is like, are you sure you want to send him somewhere else? I'm going to look at the both of them and say, you know what? We don't have time for this conversation. And I am going to try to banish the curse from old Roland.
Oh.
That's a thing I can do with magic.
Now, legally, please understand I cannot let you end the session immediately.
No, I get that. Well, I mean, banishing the curse may not actually fully banish the creature.
God, what if the curse goes into my sword, and that's how we get an evil sword? Anyway.
One sec, I'm trying to work out the time paradox here.
Yeah, because there are effectively 3 copies of this sword on the scene right now.
No, he doesn't have it. He has like
He has a fake one.
Okay, yeah.
But like the fact that he has a fake one implies that he can't have the real one because it's here. But but that implication doesn't mesh with the fact that it's also here.
Yeah.
Oh, what have I done?
this is just a thing that we've kind of glossed over the whole time.
This was the problem. Yeah, as soon as I was like, I'm a time travel guy, like we opened up ourselves into a nightmare of this sort of thing the entire time.
Frankly, I'm surprised it hasn't been worse.
As you begin to prepare the banishment ritual, which, yes, would take time, the chains binding Roland shatter like glass before he reaches out his arm and a just bevy of spectral chains emerges from his arm and entangles Miller and Roland, since you guys are the closest.
Damn. I was trying to help him.
Yeah, that's 2 harm.
Oh, fuck.
Ow.
What if I told you I have armor?
Yeah, what if I told you it was armor piercing because it's magic?
Okay.
Fucked up.
Damn.
Don't you have something that reduces damage from like supernatural stuff?
I do. It says monster attacks are almost always counted.
That's fair.
I'm willing to
So
give
I
you the
think
damage
this is-
reduction by 1.
Yeah.
You're still taking a harm, that's the important part.
Okay. I'll
If
take
no
one
one,
harm then. Yeah.
if no one else has an immediate move, I would like to maybe Because is anything else happening with the Penumbra Knight right now? Or was that like its thing and now it's in our court again?
Well, it has started now slowly approaching Miller and Roland. It seems doesn't need to rush anymore on account of the whole spectral chains thing.
Yeah, Izzy off to the side has been rapid fire texting on her phone to the Discord group, and like to the others, it's just showing up as Revelation start, Revenant, like the Penumbra Knight, Ghost Skeleton thing, How kill, and I want to use my network to investigate a mystery.
I don't have time to form complete sentences.
Yeah.
She really doesn't.
They will know what I mean.
Yeah, I think she is even like tagging who's the one I've got who's like the demon expert. She's like tagging Devilicious and then after a moment tags Jeff.
Just in case.
Yeah, I was like, listen, maybe he's been that soldier of fortune as we found out. Maybe he's like fought one of these things. So to investigate a mystery, I need to roll 2d6 plus my sharp. Sharp is +3. Hell yeah. Okay, whew, that is a 10. That is a solid 10.
All right.
Nice.
So I got hold 2. What can hurt it? What can kill?
You quickly receive a rapid fire text back from Devilicious asking what element revenant, and light and shadow seem to be the answers.
Izzy's like, I don't fucking know. I was talking about like just texting like all the things it said, like the single word responses, and that's when Devilicious like, cool, got it. It's light and shadow.
Yeah.
We need a manipulator of light and shadow.
Devilicious texts back, light weak to shadow, shadow weak to light, so... And then a shrug emoji.
Oh, it'll take care of itself.
Yeah, wait, I don't know if that tells me how I can hurt it. I've just been told that it's weak to the two things it is. Interesting.
Well, in my defense, no one's actually attacked it with, like, either of those things to record its reaction, so...
I'm gonna ask what happened here in the specific context of what actually could have caused this to pass Roland.
The location is Roland.
Yeah.
Yes. So the origin of revenants, elemental revenants specifically, are people who have unfinished business, who die while being exposed to huge amounts of
Betrayal.
the specific magical energies. In this case, the Eldritch Shadow that has been causing so many problems, and also a Holy Light that has also been causing problems because, Satan. And these energies combined with his particularly strong willpower and these magical energies, this was created instead of, dying.
Mm-hmm. So, in a nutshell, we know that light is weak to shadow, and shadow is weak to light. And clearly this guy's got some unfinished business, not ghost nonsense going on.
Yeah, and as best you can tell right now, judging by his actions, his unfinished business seems to be fuck everybody who has ever done anything wrong in their life.
Oh, kill heretics, that's his unfinished business?
Uh-oh.
Pretty much.
Excellent.
Ooh,
Oh, he's got his work cut out for him.
How does
Yeah.
he know I'm a liar?
vibes.
Internet.
God damn.
Also, magic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, I
Killer
forgot.
Reed.
There is the weapon that you got last time, Isaiah. I forgot to stat that out for you.
Oh, yes.
So, one, congrats on the sword.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What was... Oh, right, he was approaching to stab you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and while he's doing that, I've got monster empathy.
Okay.
Quite specifically, it says, when you try to work out what a supernatural creature desires, roll plus charm. And then I have some questions related to
Okay.
that. Is a 12.
Ooh.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Right. Yes.
Please tell me he wants to die.
What does it most desire?
Largely to punish the guilty.
That's a...
What would it accept is good enough for now?
Well, there are a lot of guilty people in this building. Just because, a lot of guiltiness in general with the world. So it doesn't really matter who it's going after, as long as, there's someone in its sight.
You guys, collateral damage.
Yeah, something tells me I should have seen that coming.
I mean, what else could you want from that answer? Like that's it exactly.
Yeah, more along the lines of, if you do fight it off, you know where it's going to go, in the sense that it doesn't need you guys. It can just hunt people.
If we just run away from Onyx's dad, we can just lead it through the building full of people who work for the literal devil.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it does sound on the reasonable side.
Innocent, they were forced into this by capitalism.
Onyx's dad.
Yeah, I was supposed to say.
I asked about that and nobody corrected me.
Grandfather, at least.
I get why you would think it's Onyx's dad. He's very goth looking.
Yeah.
Boy, do we ever not have time to unpack that. Anyway, Miller, Roland, an act under pressure to break from the chains.
Yes. Act under pressure is
Cool.
plus what?
Cool.
I rolled another 3.
I rolled a 10.
I got a 6 again. So, you know.
I would say it
that's
seems
cool.
thematically fitting that the one evil Roland Number 9 is most pissed at is the one who can't get out of the way in time.
As soon as I succeed at a roll, I'm gonna try to come online and talk to this guy, but I think the dice have told me that I am just completely flabbergasted by what is going on here.
Democracy is not an option.
This is the part of the episode where you get your shit rocked, and it's like, oh no!
Yeah. This is the part where the monster beats up Worf. So you know, oh no, this thing's really strong.
Except
Yes.
this is the real Worf, who's here to kick fake Worf, who's our friend's ass.
Look out, it's a blue plastic barrel.
Works every time. But Miller, you managed to escape the chains in time. You, Roland, do not, and the knight takes a huge swing at you with its Durandal facsimile, which I have in my notes as Durandal ?
Roger.
As it moves to strike you, the blade becomes cloaked in shadow and deals 4 harm.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though, only 2 of them are armor piercing, so...
Only 2 is armor. Okay.
So,
Okay,
you know...
'cause-
It's a little late to point this out, but Daniel, how much luck do you still have?
Oh, I've never used any luck.
Well...
I don't believe in luck.
not to be catty about it, but you might want to consider
Maybe all 4 harm of the attack should be armor piercing then.
I'm gonna use a luck. 4 harm of the attack is armor piercing.
Alright, yeah. If you use the luck, I'll give it to you that you escape and dodge the blow.
Okay.
That's what luck is for.
Mhm.
Yeah. I haven't been using the luck in combat because mostly I've just been like, oh no, hit me more.
Yeah, you've never needed luck in combat.
Yeah.
I've finally done it. I've created a creature that can fight Roland. And the only thing that could fight Roland was Roland.
I used the stones to destroy the stones.
Yes.
I would like to kick some ass using my new pen sword.
Okay.
They said the pen was mightier than the sword, so I combined both.
So that's an 8.
Alright.
My aim is to disarm them as literally as necessary.
Well, unfortunately, because you only got a partial success, tough.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
As you swing your new blade at it, and the light begins to carve through the shadow that surrounds Roland before stopping at a burst of light and kind of bouncing off of the creature.
Ooh.
You still do a harm, but yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Fascinating.
Its bones are armor.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it also is actually wearing armor.
That's true. Can we banish just its armor?
Real quick, before that happens, yeah, as your blade kind of bounces off a cluster of light that then goes back to shifting behind the armor, Roland the knight raises its offhand at you and blasts you with this giant cloud of dark light shit. It's not great.
Damn.
It deals 2 harm, and it will continue to do 2 harm if you don't get the fuck out of it.
Oh.
Okay. And that does not pierce armor?
It does.
I don't like that.
I've finally done it. I've created a creature that you guys actually have to fight with the weakness of.
Now that I'm maybe coming online with this, I say, my friend, my brother, in whose service are you now sworn?
Always the Lord.
Okay, like Charlemagne? Or
Satan.
yeah,
Or, the boss.
Who is your lord?
He kind of weakly points up a little bit.
I don't think you're supposed to say his name.
Okay.
I guess it wouldn't be in vain in this case, but
Because I would say my lord is Charlemagne, to be fair. Like that, I've sworn an oath to him. Maybe when he says that, I'm like, I get it. But like, outside of the one on high, like, who else do you serve? Who has given you these orders to come here? Because I'm thinking, like, I don't know, man. If this guy killed Satan, like, I don't know, maybe he's on the right side. Like, maybe...
if he killed Satan, I'll take that as a wash for sure.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I didn't think about it that way, but you are super right.
Yeah. Assuming he is the guy who killed Satan, which I think is what happened.
I guess we could leave this one alone.
I think if there's anyone in the world who you can take as being on your side, it would be the guy who killed the devil.
Yeah.
The attack that it launched at Miller looks identical to the cloud that engulfed the devil before, he got horribly dismembered. So, yeah, this is probably the thing that killed Satan.
That checks out.
Oh. Well, that makes all of this a lot easier to deal with.
To be fair, it's also trying to kill us.
Well, we just need to put people in its way.
Well, I'm a horrible person.
Oh, damn, are we the devil?
I'm a horrible person who's imitating this person because I believe that the world would be doomed without them. But turns out they're still here. So I guess it's fine.
It tried to kill you like 10 seconds ago, right?
Yeah, I deserve it. I set my sword down and kneel.
The creature kind of looks at you up and down because, it seems confused by your refusal to fight back before it engulfs itself in a cloud and disappears through the floor.
Oh, shit.
So kneeling was its weakness.
No, come on, get back here! You gotta punish me.
I'll punish you later, don't worry.
It's not fun if you want it. Oh, well, okay. He's like, alright, mission accomplished. He killed the devil, we survived.
You hear a scream from the floor below you.
Never mind.
I think the Penumbra Knight will not be satisfied until its job is done. And its job will never be done. Roland, does this match the conviction of your hero? Or is this something else?
I mean, to slay the wicked, what we were born to do.
This one seems to think that everyone is wicked.
Didn't think I was wicked.
4 out of 5 people are wicked these days, so I guess we might as well chase it.
I think Miller's got a chip on his shoulder because he's like, wait, hold on, I'm wicked? I literally work for God.
Exactly. Tips Fedora.
Well, God seems like sort of a jerk these days.
I kind of forgot. Izzy, Theo.
Yes.
What's Izzy's canon sexuality again?
I think she's probably... Listen, it's a character I've made. It's probably bisexual.
Okay. Has she ever kissed a girl before?
Ooh, fuck. Oh, this is a critical backstory question. I don't think so.
Izzy likes it in theory.
Then you are, I'm not retconning anything. It still pointed at you and said innocent.
She watches tons of porn, though.
Oh my god, saved by never kissing a girl.
You know what? I will say it's good that they left because, I think many of us deserve punishment. I have to give him his sword back.
No. what we have to do, Roland,
Just give him Onyx's sword back.
we have to kill that thing.
I mean, Onyx's sword seems like it might fit him better. But I'm not about to take your sword. What did you say we should do?
We have to kill it. We have to remove it from this world. It is going to kill anyone who has even told a white lie. Anyone who has said something that they don't mean in order to make somebody else feel better will be a target for this thing. You want to let this thing go and have that on your conscience? I thought you were a righteous man. And I'm the one standing up for people who are not evil people.
The cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, and those who practice magic arts, idolaters, and all liars will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur.
Hey, dude,
And-
remember when you saw a seer?
And
I
who,
know.
Wait, was Unfaithful
and
in there?
who
Yes.
We got to get after it.
It doesn't say unfaithful. At least according to the new NIV, it is cowardly, unbelieving, vile, murderers, sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, idolaters, and liars.
I feel like
I would-
sexually immoral.
There's now
Yeah.
a gale-shaped cloud of smoke in the room.
All right, so Gail's the first person out the door.
And who, Roland, is our judge for these crimes? That would be my boss. That would be your lord.
And his.
These judgments happen after death. But at this point in time, it does not seem that those judgments will happen. If what you want is justice for those who commit these crimes, they need to stay alive until we can figure out what is happening. For their deaths will not lead to the judgment that you believe they deserve.
I guess. But, okay. Yeah, sure.
It was for this reason that I did not want to defeat the Penumbra Knight. But it seems that in order to prevent further problems, that is what we need to do.
Yeah, sure. Roland says, definitely being sincere.
If you consider him more holy than you, that is a choice you can make. But do not make that choice in place of your lord. Do not decide his will for him.
Let's find him.
Did Gail canonically,
Big time.
Yeah, Gail's not here for this conversation.
Yeah.
because I was gonna say, we can just switch to Gail's perspective as you and WoW's, see what the Penumbra Knight's doing on the floor below you.
There you go.
Yeah, and for the record, the answer to that question is currently tearing this office apart. There are a couple people, security guards, cops, some office workers. Everybody's running because I can only assume they figured out earlier that this thing was bulletproof.
That makes sense.
Ish.
That checks out, yeah.
Yeah, and as you arrive, it turns to look at you and points at you once again, calling you heretic.
I shoot it.
Alright, roll to kick some ass!
30 seconds ago. This guy's bulletproof. Now, I shoot it.
All right, just gonna mark some experience here.
I mean,
Oh, no.
as well, it is also a very Gale thing to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nathan has
Can I
literally
use
just
that?
said it's bulletproof.
You
By
shoot
the
at it, and an office worker 10 feet to the left drops dead.
Collateral
When do we-
damage.
so your bullet, harmlessly, bounces off of the aura surrounding the knight, and the ricochet clips a random office worker in the shoulder. It then rushes you with incredible speed before stabbing you through the stomach.
Oh, damn.
Take those 4 harm and take them well.
I will use my luck for the first time ever.
We're all getting
Okay.
lucky today.
At this point,
Smart.
I would like to use some different magic, since the
Okay.
whole vanishing thing is kind of kaput, considering it kind of fucked off. I'm gonna try something that I've seen Gale do in the past.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
The Stars Aren't Alright is an actual play Call of Cthulhu podcast. The year is 2903. This far future is a time of marvels and discovery, but something dark lies at the heart.
If it is displeasurable to the audience for me to whip lube at people, I will retract that desire.
Anyways, yeah. A horrifying secret lies at the heart of...
Fyodor's gonna try to disguise himself as an oxygen tank.
That's impossible.
Stop talking. Follow me. No one's gonna die. Ooh. Okay.
You responded very well to that.
Yeah, alright, fine. You can listen to The Stars Aren't Alright, an actual play Call of Cthulhu podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey Shannon, I have this really awful issue with a rash in a place I can't discuss on air. Do you have anything to help me with that?
Oh boy, do I, Matt! Have you tried Dice Fiends? It's a podcast where games are played, and it's great, and it'll clear all your rashes up, especially the ones in those unmentionable places.
Oh, is it okay if I get it in an orifice?
I don't know how you would do that, it's audio. You can find it anywhere podcasts are.
Alright, I'm gonna head straight to my nearest podcast center and get me a jar of Dice Fiends. Thanks, Shannon.
You're welcome, Matt.
Dice Fiends has not been proven to clear rashes, but it can relieve boredom. If Dice Fiends is exposed to an orifice, contact your doctor immediately. You can find Dice Fiends and other shows like it on the Imaginary Broadcast Network.
I'm going to try and jump through a nearby shadow and come out of Gale's shadow.
Oh.
That is a 9, and I will take a harm.
Alright, yeah, it turns out jumping through the shadow of an eldritch shadow kerfuckery hurts.
Yeah, hurts a little bit.
That makes sense.
And you do take that harm, and are immediately greeted by the sight of Gale barely avoiding the blade of the Penumbra Knight.
If you will allow me, I would like to attempt to kick some ass as soon as I pop out. Because I have my sword.
You do have a sword.
That has Holy Glass Fire.
And I have something I might want to do in a second when everyone else is like running down to join them, because I have had a realization.
That is a 10. It's 3 harm fire. And I would like to force it away from Gale and I.
Okay, yeah. It takes a swing at you, but you parry the blade with your own and slash at it, knocking it back and causing the creature to kind of stumble to the ground before a cloud emerges and drops them through the ground again.
It leaves again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked up.
We're gonna get to the ground floor at this rate.
Hit and run tactics, baby.
So Gale and Onyx run to the stairs, collide with Miller and Izzy and the other guy.
Yes.
The other guy, fair.
This time, you do hear screaming again, but it's very distant. It does seem to be coming from the ground floor.
Might be a job for an elevator.
I would like to use angel wings to get there immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I could carry 1 or 2 people with me.
I think Izzy would decline being carried down to the ground level because the realization I've had is that we were so laser focused on the devil being murdered and figuring out what happened that we've been neglecting the fact that, Nathan, you said we were in Casitas Corp HQ, correct?
Yes.
Oh.
And we are in the head honcho's office, correct?
Yes.
Is there a computer? The answer doesn't quite matter, but it affects exactly what I'm going to do next.
There is indeed a computer.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck role this is going to be. I think Izzy's finally realized, oh, holy shit, who knows what information or experiments or security measures or insane nonsense the devil has set up here. And she is going to immediately try to access that computer.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's investigate a mystery.
Okay, and rewrite history. Alright, so that's 2d6 plus 3.
Oh, woo.
Oh, that's a 14, baby.
Nice.
I don't think I selected getting an advanced move, so I don't think that does the extra shit, but there's one that I think we can immediately apply while we find others that's general enough to proceed with. What is being concealed here? And I guess just however liberally you want to apply that when she gets into the computer.
Alright, the devil does have their password written on a sticky note attached to the computer. It's Lightbringer666.
Of course.
With an exclamation mark. And
can I make just a complete ambiance suggestion here?
Yeah, sure.
I think Izzy sees that and she kind of like rolls her eyes and is like mumbling under her breath, making fun of the devil, but as soon as she logs in, she sees that the background has been set to "Hi, Izzy."
It is, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's right.
One last jump scare, just to make sure, just to keep you on your toes.
It's like Jigsaw.
Pretty much.
I like the idea that the devil set that up not because he knew it would happen, but just because if it did happen, it'd be funny as hell.
Listen, there's like a 90% chance that weird little like IT lesbian who travels with them tries to access my computer.
But yeah, within our many documents and notes, some are labeled experiments and detail many nasty little mad science thing. Some are labeled shadow incidents, and looking at that, you see a couple familiar locations pop up, notably the hospital in which you fought the hybrid, as well as Onyx's hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And also Northern Ontario, with a very specific latitude and longitude.
Remember the thing that I summoned that got everybody grumpy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turns out there might have been consequences to that.
What do I get that's actually concealed? Because the idea that the devil wasn't, like, monitoring these incidents, I don't think was something we would have been, like, assuming he didn't know. Considering he was always like, nice job, gang, but not good enough, fuck you. So, like, what specifically is concealed in all of this?
You do find data that suggests that the devil stole a piece of the Bronze City and is keeping it in the basement of this building.
Oh, excellent. I'm sure that's not doing anything weird or fucked up.
Also, a shit ton of hentai. Like,
oh, of course the devil has the weirdest porn on his computer.
I'm sorry, are you forgetting about Gale?
Puts this on a thumb drive and just labels it for Gale. But okay, so then that was my one question. I got 10 plus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's like looking through all of this and she's hearing like the screams from downstairs as like everyone is like rushing down there. Shit is going crazy on like the basement floor. And I think she even like, oh my god, here's the devil's access to the CCTV, and it's like, oh shit, things are going crazy. So since this is a lobby of like this umbrella corp sort of thing, what can hurt it? I.e., what can I use, if anything, to try and hurt it?
How could Izzy hurt it?
Yeah.
In terms of what's inside the building, a brief glance through the locked CCT and a very easy safe cracking into that, you do see that there is a lab beneath all of this with the large shard of the Bronze City. And that's promising. Like, worth a shot, right?
Stab it with a shard of the Bronze City?
I mean, that thing was fucked up. You were there.
I could see that being its weakness for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Light and darkness.
I think that's worth a try, and yeah, so I guess that is happening while whatever the fuck else is going on, and I'll get that information to everyone somehow.
Wang it with a piece of its boss's office.
I was planning on teleporting down to the Penumbra Night.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Do you want to take anyone with you?
I think I don't bring anyone with me. I want to get there first.
Okay.
I'm hustling downstairs, by the way, towards you.
I am taking the elevator.
I am also taking the elevator.
You guys don't take the elevator, I'm running.
Gale, Wows, and Onyx just kind of standing in the elevator, patiently waiting as the elevator music plays, while Roland, runs down the stairs as fast as possible.
The night's only, 2 stairs down, or 2 floors down, right?
It's at the ground floor. This is a Chicago office building.
As far as Roland knows, it's 2 floors down.
Okay, this is gonna be that scene from Final Fantasy VII. Fuck, okay.
Pretty much.
To be fair, down is so much better than up.
Down is so much easier. I'm doing some cool jumps and stuff. Like, it's wild.
You know, I don't know that we ever established how tall this tower was. It could be just like 6 floors.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Chicago, not at all known for its skyscrapers.
If the devil was on a floor, he might have been on floor 6 is the thing.
Average number of skyscraper. Average number of floors in a skyscraper. Okay. Apparently, they can go up to, like, among the 127 tallest buildings in the world, the average is around 78 floors.
Oh,
so I'm going to say that there are 66 floors.
Damn, not 69. Devil let me down.
Look, the devil's all about the branding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, literal branding with, like, the torture implement and everything.
Ooh,
All right.
Does this building actually have a 13th floor?
It's not accessible from the elevator.
Actually, it's the devil. It has 2 13th.
I thought it would have gone to -6. You know, keep branding. 66 above and 6 below.
There's 6 basement floors.
Yeah, no, that makes way more sense. Yeah, basement is 6 floors. So
I teleport down to the ground floor.
Yes.
To confront the knight.
There appears to be a small child cowering in the corner that the knight is slowly approaching.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
What's the room look like? Is there rubble about?
Yeah, it definitely looks like the knight tore through this place. There are like half a dozen dead people all around.
If the violence was significant enough that it destroyed furniture or anything like that, I'd like to pick up a small piece of something. I don't know, maybe I grab a staple or something, and I just throw it at him to get his attention.
It works. You smack him in the back of the head, and it just kind of turns to look at you. It's no longer going after the child.
That's good.
And suddenly it is right in front of you.
Well, shit. I was hoping for a confrontation at a slightly larger distance. Now I'm intimidated. And I go, "You are a hypocrite."
And then it swings its sword at you.
Ah.
You tried.
Should I roll? What should I roll?
Yeah, I don't want to just like kill you out of nowhere, so I'm gonna say act under pressure to avoid this.
That checks out. Okay, so I did roll a 6.
So you know about that armor-piercing forearm that its sword does?
I might spend luck because if I mark 4 harm, I am dead.
Fucked up.
Good call.
So I have a move, the Divine Special. When I spend a point of luck, I get word my mission requires something difficult that must be done by me urgently.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. This sucks for both of us.
Damn it. Yes, it does.
Oh, do I mark experience for that fail?
Since you marked luck, I don't think so.
Are you spending the luck to avoid the damage or to roll the 12?
Actually, that's a great question. I think I would rather spend it to succeed on the act under pressure. That would make me not get experience, but that would allow me to do on a 10 I do what I set out to, which feels more thematically relevant for this scene.
Okay, save the child.
All right. So my sword, the devil's sword, clashes with his, and I think that's me avoiding the damage.
Once again, your sword cuts through the darkness like butter, but is stopped at the light parts of the armor and aura.
Yeah, and I say, "Who are you to cast judgment on people? You consider yourself the right arm of the Lord? Well, you are speaking to the last messenger of the Lord. You can't know his will. I know his will. He is telling me now that child is not to be harmed, and you are going against his will. Who among us is the heretic?"
I to friends. And then it kicks you in the stomach, knocking you back.
So he kicks me in the stomach and I'm down.
At the very least, you are knocked back.
Yeah. And I say, whether or not it was the right call, it was to protect them. If they knew the horrors of what was going on, I worried that they would lose their faith. You understand the need to maintain faith, don't you?
That does seem to give the knight pause before it begins to try and walk around you.
Interesting. Now, that means away from the child, right?
No, it does not.
Fuck.
It's trying to walk towards the child around you.
Okay.
I mean, the child was working at Casitas Corp, I guess.
I think the child maybe had a parent who was working at Cositas Corp.
Maybe it was Bring Your Child to Work Day.
Oh my god, is it Bring Your Daughter to Work Day?
Oh
This is the worst possible day for Bring Your Daughter to Work Day.
It's just a little person and you're all awful.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just that, one of the office workers, because the benefits aren't great, again, working for the devil, sometimes they can't get a babysitter, and so they have to bring their child to work. And anyway, the child's mother is currently bisected in half on floor 3, so...
You hate to see it.
Well.
You work for the devil and the pay's not even good.
Don't even get...
I mean, it's not like these people know they're working for the devil.
I was gonna say, that's just capitalism.
Yeah, that's just working at like a business that would have an office in a skyscraper.
I'm definitely gonna protect someone. I'm definitely gonna try and keep this child from being harmed. And I think
Has anyone else arrived at the lobby by this point?
I was wondering.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah, this would be a good time for that.
Yeah, Roland bursts through the nearby door.
Ha! I got there first.
Super out of breath.
-6 forward.
Yeah.
A few moments later, the elevator opens with a ding, and Bow's, Onyx, and Gale step out, just looking fine.
Gale puts their phone away.
And I say to the knight, you would go against his commands? Is that your justice? And so are you, and yet your will remains.
Gale would like to tackle this skeleton man gracelessly.
Go for it.
That's probably kick some ass, right?
I love Gale.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I am going to use luck for this one, just because I like the brain picture.
Yeah, you do manage to full body tackle the knight to the ground. Yeah, no, like just being near the knight does sting, but you have tackled it to the ground and now have it in an MMA mount.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow.
Yeah, if you stay against it too long, you'll take a harm.
I'm okay with that. All right,
Okay.
I got him. Somebody do something. I didn't think this through.
I want to grab the child of angel wings out of here.
Good call.
Yeah.
I did roll a 9, which means I don't quite manage it. Either you are all separated or you all appear in the wrong place.
So, you know how this kid's mom is bisected on the 3rd floor?
I don't like this.
I mean, at least you're not immediately next to her. You're just on the 3rd floor.
I'm gonna instruct the kid to hide in a broom closet, and we'll find him later. I'm covering up the kid's eyes as I search for a closet.
I mean, I'm gonna be running towards him, but if anybody has ranged weapons or whatever, that might happen first. But
some kind of launcher of an explosive, like a rocket.
Yeah, just be careful because Gale's holding them.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Did you genuinely forget that?
I would like to use combat magic.
All right.
So I will go missile, fire, and necromantic. So it's going to do 3 harm, fire with life drain. That is an 11.
Solid. You do indeed deal some decent harm to it. Only 2, though, as the bolt effortlessly carves through the light part, but stops at the shadow.
That's fair. That still heals the 2 harm that I had.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, will one Gale take that harm?
Yep, I already marked it.
Let's see what one of our rolling.
Yeah. The one we like.
Okay. I am running at full speed towards the other Roland. And as I approach them, I do not have my sword drawn. In fact, it is in my sheath. They're on the ground, so this is easy to do. I go up and I hug them.
It's a weird time for a threesome.
Take a harm, but the creature is definitely stopped.
Yeah.
Has definitely stopped moving for a bit.
And I say, listen to me. This is not right.
The night, insofar as it has eyes, cannot meet your eyes.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Of course you fucking did. Before Gale ruins everything, let's check in with Izzy.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got the information from the computer. Has anything else happened on... Is somehow anything happening on my floor, or am I definitely having to, make motions downstairs?
No, you got to make motions downstairs.
Is there any way that I can get to the lab? That, up below the lobby?
Well, you do have the Devil's Key card, so...
Yeah.
Swipe that in the elevator, because, the devil just left it on their desk.
The thing is, if the Shard of the Bronze City is, how we might be able to beat this thing, I want to at least try to make a run at getting to the Shard.
Alright, yeah, when you swipe the Devil's Key card and press the floor for Basement 6, the doors close, and then with a ding and no motion, they open to reveal Basement 6.
Sorcery!
Oh.
The devil intentionally made the elevator slow for everyone who isn't the devil to be a spiteful dick.
That
is very funny.
But yeah, the lab is looking pretty desolate on account of the fact that the night has clearly been here. So, corpses, very messy corpses, chemical spills, and a room labeled Experiment G, which you recall was the room that the shard was held in.
I'm gonna try to get into Experiment G.
You have the Devil's Key card, so it works.
Excellent. Why do I feel like I'm taking years off my life when I use this?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And indeed, held inside a glass case is the shard of the city, about the length of your arm, and very sharp on one end. It seems that the pedestal and the glass container the thing was in seems to have warped with the time the shard has been inside it, at least a little bit. This thing's still as dangerous as ever, but it's a small part of it, so it can't do too much on its own.
Right. Is the glass case something I have to, press beep boop bop some buttons to undo, or, that I can, lift off and place to one side?
You can lift it off.
What happens when she does that? Anything?
Immediately, the smell of chrysanthemums.
Excellent.
Beyond that, no.
Okay, so I think she starts to reach toward the shard with her hand, then stops, pulls up her sleeve so it's covering her hand like a glove, then goes forward with trying to pick up the shard, and it's she looks like she's handling a live bomb, because she kind of is a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The fabric of your sleeve does start to unravel just a bit as you do, but it stops almost immediately.
Mm-hmm. Then yeah, I think using her sleeves to keep her actual skin from touching the shard, picks it up and makes her way back to the elevator. She's going to try to get to the lobby where presumably everyone else has gotten to by this point.
So now we'll cut back to Gale ruining everything.
Yeah, I'll use some magic just to do some damage.
Ooh.
Is your magic a gun?
No, it's magic.
Okay. You just said, and I started blasting, so I assumed.
Well, I mean, blast with magic?
Yeah,
yeah.
Inflict harm.
I could blast with a lot of things.
Using the spells invented by known wizards Smith and Wesson.
Shit.
Now I'm just imagining it's a big group hug. Gale's gonna do some magic.
Yeah, it's a big group hug. I'm trying to maybe get some love or something from this person, and you're like, yeah, great, I could kill him.
Yeah.
He's distracted.
I will, of course, channel the power of my guide, so I roll charm instead of weird, and also do shadowy stuff. That's still a 9.
Nice.
You get a glitch.
Yeah. First time that's happened. Problematic side effect. Because I got a real good idea what that is. After describing the bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, the blast of magic does strike the knight and deal some damage, because as shadow magic, it carves through the light part, but at the shadow part, it stops, and then the shadow bursts out like a bunch of spikes.
Oh, I thought I was going to get hit.
That's kind of what I was
Yeah,
picturing.
no, it hits both of you. You're both in spike range.
Oh, okay.
And you both take 1 harm. Also, it's magic, so... Sorry, Dan.
No, I figured I'd just take the harm. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow. This still stings. Ow.
Yes, it does. The blast does knock you both back, allows the knight to regain its bearings. I think about now is when Izzy shows up.
Hey, let's just play this back. Gale tackles him, says do something. Miller disappears. Roland runs up and hugs him. We're doing this wrong!
I shot him with magic.
There you go.
Right, you're here too, Onyx.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a lot of people to keep track of.
It's fine. It's fine. I get it.
Miller also comes in through the stairs at this point, and I can't say the knight looks hurt, because what the fuck can you read off of this thing? But the light and shadow aura that surrounds it is starting to grow more chaotic.
Has it started flashing red?
Yeah.
Look for orange glowing bits. That's what we need.
And if it's flashing red, it means it's damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Roland was around before the advent of the glowing red weak point, so
Dang.
he suffers no such limitations. He points at Onyx and begins to approach before appearing right in front of you.
I would like to respond to that by doing one thing that is beyond human limitations. Teleporting behind him. Not like right behind him, but like a ways back.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah.
Big numbers, no whammy. That is a 12.
You successfully teleport behind him.
Those are big numbers, no whammy.
Yeah.
He teleports in front of me. I'm like, nope. And
I teleport in front of him.
like 15 feet behind where he appeared, facing his back. And I'm picturing, like, I'm looking at the elevator as I can see Izzy with the shard of the city kind of walking out of the elevator at this point. Because I was picturing, like, she was behind me.
That is about how it goes. The knight is now looking directly at Izzy and kind of tilts its head before pointing not at Izzy, but at the shard that you're holding and saying, "Abomination."
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dog, we know.
He's right.
Yeah, he's right. But also, hey guys! Hold up thing. I think this is what we need!
I wonder if destroying that would fulfill the knight's unfulfilled, like, shit. I wonder if that would be sufficient. Not to say that we should try it if it doesn't work, and then we're out a week, like, a weapon he's weak to, but, you know.
I have an idea for something I would like to try, but I don't want to steal the show. So I will let other people go first.
Well, I was going to go try to hug him again and say some nice things to him, but...
I do like that, like, Miller and Roland are on team yell at him or give him affection until he changes his mind.
Yeah.
And everybody else is on team murder him dead.
Gale's only on that team because that's been the plan previously.
Yes.
Wait, there's other ways to do this?
I mean, to be fair, this is very odd for Roland.
Also, to be fair, I did once say that if Roland raised his sword to me again, I would end him. Granted, it was a different Roland, but still.
It's the principle.
The sentiment applies.
Yeah, you can't afford to look wishy-washy.
Yeah. Gotta stand by your word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
So does anyone want to do anything before Damien tries something?
I mean, I again am going to be running towards fucking other Roland and being like, it doesn't have to be like this. We don't... Please don't leave me again.
And with a light shove, the knight pushes you away and says, "Can't stop. Never stop."
Counterpoint, stop.
I could use my +1 forward to manipulate a monster.
If you could make him stop, it would be convenient.
I could make the attempt. Did some bonding time a couple episodes ago and never actually used the point from that.
You've just been sitting on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just haven't had a good moment to use it. So Gale takes a minute, looks at the situation, is like, friendship. And I'll roll it, and then I'll tell you what I say.
Hey, Gale, would you say that you're insightful? Are you empathetic?
Empathetic? Absolutely. Insightful? Maybe not.
Okay. It might be more than friendship that you're seeing in my eyes towards Roland.
Ah.
I understand.
Yes.
You're roommates.
Yes.
And they were roommates.
You got it.
And I will say to Onyx's dad, it seems like you're really hurting Roland here, and maybe it's for the best that you two just talk it out and be friends. How do you guys know each other?
I'm sorry, did you roll for that already, or?
I rolled an 11.
Nice, okay.
Also, point of order, it is not Onyx's dad.
Oh, wait, who's this then?
This is original Roland.
Because this one's the fake Roland. I gotcha.
Not fake Roland. Roland
Yeah.
2.0.
At this point, the knight just kind of hangs its head and stops and says, "End it, Manfred."
Damn.
He said, "End it, Manfred."
Yeah.
Then, like, while this new embrace is going on, Izzy had been, like, edging closer and closer, like, beside the two of you, because realistically, she is not devolved enough as a character to, like, rush in, like, trying to spear this guy with the thing. So I think she happens to be, like, point out, inching closer and closer, and by now she is, like, close enough that you could get the shard if you so chose.
I take the shard, and I take my sword, and I think what I do is I put the shard on my sword. I kiss him, and then I stab him.
The shard, imbued with both life and death, light and shadow, easily carves through everything, and it does twist briefly as the shard seems to be absorbed into your blade before it restores its original shape, though now it feels different in your hands. And when you stab the knight with it, from the wound emerges bronze and flowers and blood, and the knight dissolves, leaving its armor and the pieces of plant life and brass scattered on the ground. And it's gone.
I collapse on the ground and begin to sob.
Thanks for listening. Low Places consists of Daniel as Roland the Exile, who you can find at LOTR_Dan on Twitter. Theo as Isabelle the Seeker, who you can find at TheodoreMonk.com. Damien as Onyx Blackblade the Spellslinger, who you can find on Twitch at twitch.tv/magicalhack. Isaiah as Mr. Miller the Divine, who you can find at mythatelier.itch.io. Russell as Gale the Pararomantic, whose character playlist is in the show notes. And Nathan is the Keeper, who you can also find on Forgotten Eras, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. The link will be in the show notes. Editing and sound design for this episode was done by me, Russell. Our album art is by Trin at TeaTimeWitch on Twitter, and our main theme is by Claire LW, who you can find via the SoundCloud link found in the episode description. We're Daniel's Dread Tales on YouTube, where we run a stream the last Sunday of every month. Dan's Dread Tales on Twitter, and you can find a link to our Discord in the episode description. We'd love to have you. We're coming up on the end of the campaign, and we'd love to hear your questions. You can submit them via the Discord or by commenting on Spotify. Additional music used in this episode was the lovely music made for us by our very own Isaiah, and Against the Clock Urgent Builder Instrumental by Free to Use Audio. Again, thanks for listening, and until next time, always make sure to store backups of your loved ones in temporal paradoxes.
Although I need to see if there's a funny GIF. I think.
I need to see if there's a funny GIF for this podcast.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I think I'm trying to think of it in universe. I think Izzy gets a message like, "By the way, what did it designate you?" Is like innocent, and then it just pointing pictures at Izzy's like virgin.
That is exactly what happens in your group chat.